I chose to come here because it was an extraordinary opportunity. I knew that David Welton, the Philharmonia's managing director, was going to be here, and with the Philharmonia we were working with Maestro Ashkenazi earlier in the year, in I think it was January or February, and I hadn't decided whether I would apply yet, and I just asked him, I said, Maestro, should I even think about applying for this? And he said, why not, you know. So I did, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity just to be here. I think many aspiring conductors can work very, very hard and spend many hours working and practicing and thinking about music and never get the chance to conduct an orchestra as fantastic as this one. So really that's the great pleasure for me. The competition itself is not important for me. For me it's all about the music and making music, and as I say, having the opportunity to conduct Beethoven, Coriolan and Tchaikovsky Fifth Symphony today, and tomorrow more Beethoven, the Fifth Symphony, is just, that is invaluable. The orchestra has been so responsive, so quick and so kind. Often I think, I know from experience that if you have a conductor who maybe isn't top level, an orchestra can get a little frustrated, a little bit, you know, okay, what time is it, what time do we finish? This kind of attitude, which is understandable, normal, but there hasn't been a single moment like that this week. Everybody has done and played in a way that I think has been asked of them, and done it with good spirit, and so it really has been a very, very enjoyable week, and whatever happens, I'm very happy. The truest thing that a conductor can do is to try and be the composer as much as possible. Of course, no, we can be Tchaikovsky, but in the sense that you embody the music as strongly as possible, and I think that helps. Not just for me, conducting is not just about technique. Many conductors have fantastic techniques. Myself probably not one of them, but technique is there to communicate, and what we're doing is we're storytelling. Every time we have a piece of music in front of us, there is a story. Sometimes we know all the details of the story. We really know exactly, very programmatic music. You know, the Alpine Symphony, for example, of Strauss. We know exactly what's happening through the day of the mountain. Other times we have to guess or research or just have a feeling, but you have to be communicating a story, and technique is there to enable a conductor to help express the story with the musicians. So it's good to have technique, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Technique itself doesn't make music. I think you have to have something behind. So going back to your question, when you ask what is in my mind, I'm trying to live the music. But of course you also have to be aware of the practicalities of conducting, and I have in my score marked this entry here or this dynamic here, so I can hopefully help the orchestra in advance of the moment, and then they can respond and play the way that I feel the music should go. I think the poem of Svetlanov is obviously a lament, a celebration, if you like, of the genius of David Oistrakh. It's a beautifully composed piece as well. It has a natural arc, a natural shape to it. So hopefully the music should just flow. And of course it comes really from the violin. I think we just accompany the violin, and it should be great, hopefully. A conductor must have his or her own idea of the piece and an ideal performance. And there are times when it's correct to help guide, to a certain extent, the soloist as well. But I believe that ultimately, when you are performing, when a concerto is being performed, that it's the soloist with the main task of having their vision of how they want to play, and I think a conductor should help the orchestra if they need help to accompany the soloist. So it's a balance. yes, you must be active. You can't be passive in your role as conductor. You still must be active and helping that chamber music feel. But my personal feeling is that if a soloist wants to do something their way, that's fine. It's their concerto. Second half, we can do the symphony and it'll be the conductor's way. So, but it's a balance. I don't think there's a correct answer for that.